Hey everyone, welcome to the video explaining backwards planning. Backwards planning is a tool that can not only help you identify the activity needed to reach a goal and the necessary timeline, but also help to determine the talent needed to ensure its success. If you plan with your goal in mind, you will be able to connect your strategies to an outcome and understand how talent capacity will help you reach it. So let's use incoming GIP as an example. As a warning, this example uses averages and the assumption that you only raise 1 TN per company contacted. Alright, let's get started. So let's assume my LC wants to realize 10 TNs by July 1st next year. The first thing I should be asking myself is how long does it normally take for a TN that's unmatched to become realized? And I find that that's actually 2 months. And then looking at historical results, I noticed that 95% of my TNs that have been on match were realized. I now know that by May 1st, I need to make sure I have 11 TNs on match in order to get my 10 TNs realized by July. I then asked myself, how long does it normally take me to match an available TN? And I noticed that this is around 6 weeks approximately. I also noticed that only about 50% of my available TNs end up being matched. So by looking at those statistics, I know that I'm going to have to raise 22 TNs by March 1st in order to make sure that I realize the 10 TNs in July. So what do I have to do between now and March 1st to raise these 22 TNs? I know I have to meet with a certain amount of companies to raise 1 TN. Let's pretend this is 10 meetings for 1 TN. I also know that I have to make a certain amount of calls to companies in order to book those meetings. Let's say that it takes me 10 calls in order to book 1 meeting. So I know over the next 19 weeks to raise 22 TNs, I need to make on average 2,200 calls and go on 220 meetings. Those numbers may seem a bit high, but that's why I have a team. If you take those total numbers and divide them by the 19 weeks I have, it means I have to make sure 115 calls and 12 meetings are done each week. If I had a 10-person team, it would mean only 11.5 calls and 1.2 meetings per person per week. So how many people do I actually need to do all this activity and realize those 10 TNs? This is really dependent on my LC's reality and what I expect from my team members. But I just need to plan accordingly and make sure that I have enough team members to get the work done. If you still find those numbers too high, you should take a look and see how you can optimize the process of raising and realizing TNs in your LC. For example, if you think your meeting to TN ratio is too high, you may want to educate your members on a subproduct in order to tap into a specific market.